I bet you're wondering about that weird title of the vlog. Today's vlog has nothing to do with books whatsoever. It actually has to do with the weirdness of not being an English speaker. As you should know, I come from Israel, where the language we talk is Hebrew. It's not English. Personally, I talk English all the time because English is such a fundamental part of my life. My brain thinks in English. The other day, my cousin came over and we started a conversation in English about teaspoons. I was saying spoon, 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 and then my cousin went like, "You mean teaspoon?" And for some reason, probably because spoons and teaspoons are not exactly words I use in normal conversation. I mean, when I do talk about them, I speak about them in my own language. I don't go and ask for spoons and teaspoons. But I was certain that a small spoon is just called a spoon, and that a spoon has a different name that, it's not spoon. So I was pretty certain that teaspoon means spoon. And I went like, "No, I mean spoon." And she was like, "No, you mean teaspoon." And I was like, "Isn't a teaspoon is a spoon for tea?" Which is something I'm fairly certain in British people out there with their amazing but totally justified love for tea have. She was like, "Well, yeah, they say you say it like teaspoon, but it is just a small spoon." But I was really, really certain for some reason that a small spoon is a spoon. I went and checked, and she was right. Teaspoons is the correct word for small spoon and not spoon. And it's actually written like a tea spoon, like spoon for tea. And I started thinking about that one real hard because why on earth would you call a small spoon a spoon for tea, a teaspoon? And I came to the conclusion that probably when the word was invented, small spoons were used almost strictly for tea, probably by British people. And I don't know, I mean, that's just how weird it is not to come from an English speaking household and not to come from any place that speaks English on a daily basis. So that's just a little bit of my life, a bit of weirdness that happened. Have you ever wondered about the meaning of teaspoons? Have you ever thought to yourself, why the heck is a small spoon called teaspoon? So basically that's all I really wanted to tell you guys today. If you're wondering what conversation included the word teaspoon in it, it's actually, we have this saying, which in Hebrew is called matzav kapit. Matzav kapit is roughly translated into teaspoon mode, which is when any word someone says, no matter how mundane and regular and just not funny, the other person just bursts out laughing. That's when you're like so high on maybe exhaustion or I don't know what, but everything seems funny to you. And for some reason we called it teaspoon mode, which I kept calling spoon mode. So that's the conversations that got us there.